Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And it almost feels like we were destined to get to this point. The top two seeds of the college football playoff have survived. They've been on a collision course all season long. They've come through the challenges and the distractions, and now they'll fight for that beautiful trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. Bringing it out, it's Payne. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
On the opening drive, they face a tough 3rd and 7 here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Oh, the pass is picked off. He's got some open field ahead. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Payne. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. Take over. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. He shreds the tackle.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll hand it off. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. Here we go, the coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on 4th down and 1 they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way, can they catch him? Inside the 20. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great way to set up his offense here.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his 2nd interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
Catch made, looking for the goal line.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
He's moving out of the pocket now. On the move, looking deep. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Tackled, but first down.
What a great throw here and an even better catch by this Notre Dame wide receiver. And Chris, let's be honest. If Notre Dame's going to become this top 5 team, this consistent brand, this is where they've got to make their biggest strides. The ability to make plays downfield and have the speed to be able to play with the big boys in college football.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. Trying to extend the play. Extending the play now.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Tight end goes in motion. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Using his legs here. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
This quarterback is making his big plays at the most critical moments in this game. Not only does he come up with a first down, but he picks up huge yards. And how did it get done? Gets away from the rush, keeps his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moves downfield to pick up extra blockers? It's a really nice run.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They're going to run it here, and they'll stop him short of the line to gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. It's a fumble. It's a turnover.
Chris, anytime a quarterback starts to take off and scramble, the defense is alert to try to get to him and dislodge that football. He gets some positive yards, but he doesn't take care of the ball and secure it, and they're able to knock it away.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Just a small gain. Look at it, 2nd and 9.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
To the air, it's Sayin. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll be sacked back at the 2-yard line.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Close to the tight end. Grab down the middle. It's Thurman. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
When this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance, he gets out of the pressure off to his right. Man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receivers. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. I'd like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
Looking to throw it on first down. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
I know this guy believes in his receivers. I don't blame him. There's a lot of talent out there. But throwing into double coverage like that, that's how you throw picks.
An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it again. Running out of time in the pocket. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Yeah, you know this defense is going to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
He's looking deep here. The downfield shot is caught, but the receiver was out of bounds. Incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And this pass is caught. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out of the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Here's first and goal, a chance to really build this lead before halftime. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Attack on the PAT, and it's 21-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. Looking to make a big play downfield. He's got it at the 15. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Let's see if this scorecard can breathe a little bit of life into this team.
Yeah, I know it's only one touchdown, but it could go a long way in changing just the tone of this game, especially once we get into the second half.
Now to try here for the extra point. PAT is good, makes the score 21-7. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This offense has been clicking so far, but they get aggressive, go for more before halftime. Looking for a deep completion. The pass is intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Caught over the middle. It's low. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Important second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Irish.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
They're set now to try the PAT. PAT is good. They still trail, though. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kick-up. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
To throw, it's Sayin. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Quarterback looking to scramble. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Handoff here from the shotgun. You make the tackle, but that's an excellent game. Moves the ball to the 33.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
How many first downs is that on this drive? This defense allows one or two more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
He hands it off from the gun. Touchdown, Ohio State. Still no answer for this offense.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Attack on the PAT. It's a two-touchdown lead now, 28-14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And they heave it deep downfield. Receiver makes the grab inside the 15. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. Massive gain moves the ball into the red zone now. They'll set up 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Catch made on the out route. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. That's a design quarterback keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Look at the blazing speed for that quarterback. Kirk, if you're a defense trying to stop this guy, good luck.
Well, Chris, you remember this week we talked with the offensive coordinator. He talked a lot about how they have run plays on the call sheet specifically for this guy to be able to get loose and make plays. We saw that exactly on this score right here.
And the point after gets him within a touchdown, 28-21. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. This is a squib kick picked up by one of the up men. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They start the drive with a good throw to the right. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
1st and 10 play coming up. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Breaks loose at the 45. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defensive coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes. And this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Couldn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
He's looking to scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The Buckeyes will have 1st and 10 here. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He's going to take off. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in a run game, and he's able to do that right here.
The Buckeyes are in the red zone now. With some pre-snap movement, back in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's got room looking for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And now they'll set up for the point after. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. On first down, it's play action. He'll take a deep shot here. That deep shot is caught for a big gain.
That's a big-time play by this wide receiver from Notre Dame. You think about Notre Dame teams that have been able to get up into the national scene. They really seem to have a difference maker out on the perimeter, going way back to Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket, who is dynamic, most recently Chase Claypool. You got to have somebody out on the outside that can make plays to have a chance of winning these big games.
And looking to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Trying to find some room. It's Love. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw. It's a big third down defensive play.
quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Crucial play, down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And the back now goes in motion. And he'll drop back here on third down. He's going to take off here. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. He can get some love from his guys for that effort.
And it's no good. He missed it. Still losing by 14 after the miss.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They've really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Looking to scramble. Lets it go on the move, launching deep. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down and missed it.
The defense has got to do a better job of communicating. That is a wide-open receiver. They catch a break by an errant throw by the quarterback.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Brought down to the 18, and suddenly this offense is in the red zone. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Here's the handoff. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the third quarter. Here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a first and goal. It's a shotgun run call. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Well, no surprise there. They gave it to him one more time. The defense is able to come up with a stop. Listen, this guy's already got 3 touchdowns on the game, and he looks hungry for number 4. Give it to him again.
Second down and goal upcoming. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. point after attempt. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to move this one away. Bringing it out, it's Payne. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. Play action here on first down. Going for a big play downfield. He's picked for a third time tonight. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now. And now the first play of this drive is set up at the 37. Here comes a handoff. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
Just pounding away for another big gain, Kirk. You wonder if this defense is beginning to lose its will a little bit.
I think they are losing their will. You can tell by the way they're tackling. It's been a very impressive performance by this offense and by this running back. You got to believe they're just looking to add to this lead with yet another touchdown.
Good enough for first down yardage.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing.
Tight end goes in motion before the snap. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. Let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass, so instead of throwing it, he hands it off and some nice positive yards.
They'll try to run this one in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the route is on. This back cannot be stopped. He is writing his own chapter in championship game history here tonight.
Chris, can you think of a time where we've seen a back have this kind of dominating performance in a national championship game? I mean, it's been some time. This guy's running hard and just so much fun to watch.
Point after, up and good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Payne. And he's stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Here's the throw deep downfield. Deep shot caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Notre Dame. It was a foot race, and he won it.
Well, you can tell that this play caller, the offense coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And he knocks it right through. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. And that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Back to throw. It's Sayin. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Look out, he's got some space. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with a big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. And they bring him down, but look, there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see if the officials wipe away this turnover. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Going the other way, can they stop him? Past the 50. At the 30 now. The 10. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now they line up to kick the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They need a miracle. A couple of them here in the last couple minutes. Down big. Off the play fake on first down. And there's a deep throw with the clock winding down. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense. Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. They get him down. The gain is to about the 12.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job locking in on him to negate his big playability.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there as this clock continues to wind down. This offense has had a great day.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Some hard running there through a tackle. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions.